So we are going to learn that this afternoon. This afternoon, we are going to learn about chocolate making. Chocolate making. Who loves chocolate? Can I see your hands? Yes, yes. All right. Before we start and before I introduce our facilitator this afternoon, shall we bow our heads for prayer? Let's pray. Our kind and gracious Father in heaven, would like to thank you so much this afternoon for bringing us together to learn and to listen to you. We also would like to learn how we can cook and make things that can help our body to grow. This afternoon, I pray that you help us put our minds together so that whatever we are going to learn should stick into our minds and we should put that into practice. For we pray all this through the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Amen. I would like to introduce our facilitator this afternoon, our very own Mom Ruth. That's Lesang Simankan. Lesang is going to take us through the chocolate making together with her children. I said, together with her children. So stay put and listen. Enjoy. Lesang, the floor is yours, together with your kids.
Good afternoon, Pathfinders. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello, Pathfinders. Hello. Okay. Can you just give me a thumbs up so that I can see if you hear me? Okay. Oh, lovely. Good afternoon, Pathfinders. So the moment that you have been waiting for is finally here. So this afternoon, we are going to do chocolate honor. Actually, it's chocolate honor. It's not chocolate making because you would assume that we are going to make chocolate from scratch. So it's chocolate honor. We are going to learn about chocolates. Yes, how the cocoa beans is processed into chocolate. We're also going to learn the benefits of chocolate, and we will also do some practicals. I hope you have the ingredients, because at the end of the presentation, we are going to do chocolate brownies. And I hope you got some ingredients, because we are going to do some chocolate brownies, okay? So now our presentation, my presentation, I have divided it into two parts. There's the theory and the practical, okay? The theory and the practical. So we are going to start with the theory, okay? And also this chocolate honor, it has the worksheet. Unfortunately, in our handbook, the camp handbook, the worksheet for the chocolate honor is not there. Unfortunately, we missed it. So the worksheet, I hope I will share the worksheet with your leaders so that later you can download the worksheet and print it. But for now, because you are going to need the notes, for now, what I want you to do is just to get a piece of paper, and then you are going to write your questions, and then the answers on that paper. And then later on, when you have the worksheet, then you can transfer your notes into the worksheet for filing. Okay, I hope that is good. Okay, so like I said, the presentation is going to be in two parts. We are going to start with the theory, and then later at the end of the theory, we do the practical. We're going to do chocolate brownies. Yes, no, so now in our theory, we are going to cover the history of chocolate, its origins. We are going to learn about that. And then we are also going to learn how the cocoa beans, because chocolate is from the cocoa beans, how now the cocoa beans are processed into chocolate. And then we will look at the benefits of chocolate. I know most of us love chocolate, yes. And then we will look at that. We'll look at the benefits of chocolate. We'll also now, at the end, we'll also look at the ethics of chocolate production. Okay, so now I hope I'm a host, because now I want to share my screen. Host, I'm not able to share my screen here. Can you please make me a host? So please just make me a host so that I'm able to share my screen. Okay, let me see if I can be able to share my, okay, yes. Then share. Okay, can you see my screen? All right. So the chocolate owner, like I've been already introduced, my name is Lesan Simankane. You can just call me Auntie Lele. I think I prefer being called Auntie Lele than Mamurudi. Yeah, so you can just call me Auntie Lele. So now we are going to look at a brief history of chocolate. You know, chocolate is a key ingredient in many foods. We use it to make cookies. We use it also to do some candy bars. Like with me here, I've got a few chocolates. I hope you can see them. Yes, I brought some chocolate. With me. So these are the chocolate. Chocolate is used in many foods. And the interesting thing is many people don't know the unique origins of this popular treat. You know, we don't know where it comes from. Chocolate comes from quite a number of countries. It comes from quite a number of countries. And where does our chocolate come from? There we have the map, the world map. You know, there is what is called the bean belt. Yes, bean belt, where we find the coffee plant. So also our chocolate, the cocoa plant, or we say the cacao plant, it comes from the bean belt countries. So the bean belt, it's those countries, is the horizontal strip. Yeah, horizontal strip across the globe, or we can say the area between the Tropic of Capricorn and also the Tropic of Cancer. So that's where we find the cacao or the cocoa plants. So, but I'm not sure if you can see. So the countries there, we have Brazil, there's Cameroon, there's Ghana, there's Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria. That's where our chocolate comes from. But chocolate, or the cocoa plant or the cacao plant, it was first found in Mexico. Yes, it was first found in Mexico. And then it later moved into America, then the Americans, then they started now this chocolate now, or the cocoa plant now transforming or processing it into chocolate. And when I say into chocolate, I mean this, okay? Because during those times, the chocolate, when they were referring to a chocolate, they were referring to a drink. It was a beverage. It was a bitter beverage, not a sweet candy like this one, or a sweet treat like this one, okay? So it was a beverage, it was even bitter, sugar was not even added to it. So it was just a beverage. They used to drink it during their ceremonies or their rituals. They also used that beverage or the chocolate drink as a medicine. Yeah, so it was used as a medicine when it started in Mexico, okay? So then, like I said, it moved to other countries or other regions like America. Then it also moved into Europe and Cameroon, Nigeria. So these are the areas where we find the plant, the cacao plant or the cocoa plant, okay? Now, what is the difference? Because I keep on using also cacao. Cacao is C-A-C-A and then U-O-O, okay? So now what is the difference between cacao and cocoa? Cacao, it is the unprocessed chocolate, okay? It is the unprocessed chocolate. Now, after processing it, these are, because later on, just now we are going to learn how the cocoa beans are processed into chocolate. Now, after processing it, we now call it cocoa. It's no longer cacao, okay? It becomes cocoa after processing, okay? I think we now understand where our chocolate comes from, the origins of the chocolate. Now we are going to the next requirement. Those who've got the sheet, the next requirement says we have to describe the process by which cocoa beans are turned into chocolate. Okay, this is the most interesting part. I really love it because a lot of us, we just see chocolate, but we don't know where it comes from. Okay, now the cocoa, the chocolate, okay, it comes from a plant called cocoa. Okay, I just want to show you the plant. Let me go to the next slide. That's the plant. Okay, that's the plant. Okay, so that is the cocoa plant or the cacao plant. Okay, now this plant has got some fruits. Yes, and I hope that you can see the fruits on the plant. And these fruits are called pods, P-O-D-S, okay? They are called pods. Now, these pods, when they are unripe, they are green. I don't understand why on this picture, this one, they look brown or red. But when they are unripe, they look green. And then when they are ripe, they now turn into orange or yellow. As you can see on this picture here, they turn orange or yellow. Now inside the pod, okay, inside the pod, we see there's the cocoa beans or the cacao beans, okay, inside the pod. Like on this picture here, you see inside the pot, there's that whitish thing. Those are the beans, okay? So now chocolate, it comes from the cocoa plant, and then the cocoa plant has got some fruits. Those fruits are called the pods. Now inside the pods, we have the beans. I hope it's clear. Can you hear me, guys? Do you understand? I can't even see you. My screen now here, it's okay. Most of you, your cameras are off. That's why maybe I can't see you, but I see this Jiling, Maswadi, and I also see some, okay. Anyway, I hope you can see me and you understand, because now, is your chat disabled? Okay, anyway, so let's move on. Now we're talking about what is inside the pods. Okay, now I see, oh yeah, Sijileng, I can see Sijileng now. And can I see Atlang, hi Atlang. All right, I see Anele, hi Anele. Oh, lovely, now I can see you. And I see Hamudubu Pathfinder Club. Oh, hi Hamudubu, wow. This is nice. Okay, now I can see people. All right. Now this is nice. Okay, awesome. Let's move on. So we were still talking about what is inside the pods. Okay, the fruit. And we said we've got what? The cocoa beans. Okay. Now, when the fruit is ripe, the fruit is harvested. Okay. That fruit is harvested. And when they are harvesting it, it is harvested using hands. They don't use machines, okay, to harvest it. They use hands and then sharp knives to cut it off from the tree, okay? And then we see a lady on that slide. There's a lady there. The lady is harvesting the fruits from the trees, harvesting the pods. And then after harvesting the pods, then they are split open, okay? Yes, they are split open to remove the beans from the pods. Like I said, in a pod, there are beans, and each pod has about 40 to 50 beans. Yes, each pod contains about 40 to 50 beans, okay? Now, after removing the beans from the pods, the beans have to be fermented. They have to go through the fermentation process. Like on the picture there, you can see that boy, the beans, you put them in a big tray. Yeah, you put them in a big tray and then you cover them with leaves. And what they do in the western part of Africa, they cover them with the banana leaves, okay? And then they are left there to ferment and the fermentation process will take about 5 to 8 days. So after fermenting them, I hope you are taking notes, guys. Omonemo, I want to see you writing because later on you have to transfer this notes into the worksheets. You need to know how the cocoa beans are processed into chocolate. I see some people are not writing. There is a hand. Omolemo wants to ask a question. I think you can just type a question, then they will help me to read your questions because Omolemo's hand is up. Yeah, I want to see people. I want to see if you guys are taking notes. Hansi, wow, there's also Hansi here. Hansi SDA Pathfinder. Wow, hello, Hansi, hello. Yeah, I want to see people. I want to see. Miri is busy writing. Miri is busy. Miri, what are you writing? There's also Jessica. Wow, this is awesome. Palo, oh, Palo is here. Palo, I can just see a ceiling. I want to see your face. Oh, hi, Palo. Are you taking notes? All right, yes, lovely. So I was saying, from harvesting the pods or the fruits, what happens? Then you split them open. You split the pods open to remove the cocoa beans. By the way, now is the cacao beans because they are unprocessed, okay? So you remove the beans, and then after removing the beans has to go through the fermentation process. They are put in a large tray and then covered with some leaves, and then they are left for about 5 to 8 days to ferment. After fermenting the beans, they have to be dried. You dry them. You will leave them, you can dry them in the sun, just leave them outside in the sun, and then they will dry for about a week, okay? You dry them. So after drying, then these beans are packed in sacks, you know, then they are transported to factories or to the manufacturers when now they are going to start making the chocolate, okay? So let me show you, I think it's here. Okay, there is after harvesting, Then these boys here, they are removing the beans from the pots. And then here, I think that's where now they are fermenting. Yeah, that's the fermentation process, because the cocoa beans are covered with some leaves and then they are left there. So after fermenting and drying, then the beans are roasted. You roast them in an oven. If you don't have an oven, you can roast them outside in the fire, you know, then they are roasted. And then that picture there, I hope you can see it. That's where now the beans are roasted. In fact, before roasting, they have to be cleaned, you know, you have to clean them, you have to polish them, you know, and then you roast them. Okay, so they are roasted in an oven, and as they are roasted, they become what is called the cocoa nibs. I think I have a picture of the cocoa nib somewhere. Let's see. No, it's not that one. It's this one. Yes, I hope you can see it. So this one is the roasted beans, and then as you are roasting them, they turn into what is called the cocoa nibs. Yeah, cocoa nibs, and then these cocoa nibs, actually, before I forget, as you are roasting them, when you are roasting them, you are also extracting what is called the cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is the fat. Most of us, I know you know cocoa butter, we use it on our skin, we also use it on our hair. So cocoa butter is it's also from the cocoa beans, okay? So as they are roasting the beans, they will then extract the cocoa butter and then what is called the chocolate liquor, okay? The chocolate liquor. Like on that page, I hope you can see that picture, the big, with a drum. Yeah, that picture that has got a big drum or a big pot. So now inside the drum is the cocoa nibs. So they are melting them, And then, so as you melt them, as you melt the cocoa nibs, you get what is called the chocolate liquor. Okay, now the chocolate liquor is the one that will be used to make the chocolates that I have here. And then you also use the chocolate liquor to make many other chocolate products. But now with this chocolate here, can they see me? Can you guys see me? This technology, can you guys see me? Niza, can you see me? Hey Niza, give me a thumb up. You can't see me. Okay. What happened? Where is my screen now?
They can see you.
They can see me. Okay. Omolemo, can you see me? Okay. Omolemo says she can see me. Mary Kay. Oh, Mary Kay. Oh, wow. Hi, Mary Kay. Yes, I know Mary Kay. Mary Kay can also see me. You can also see my screen, right? Okay, lovely. So we're still now talking about the cocoa nibs, how they turn the cocoa nibs into the chocolate liquor. Then that chocolate liquor is the one that will be used to make the chocolate. Now, what they do with the chocolate liquor, the manufacturers, they then add sugar. They add sugar and some milk solids into, they mix it with the chocolate liquor just to give it flavor. Because the chocolate liquor, it's bitter. That is what is called the dark chocolate or the bitter chocolate. So they don't add sugar to it. Okay. Now, if you want to make the chocolate bar, then you add sugar. You can also mix it with what do you call this thing? The cocoa butter. You can also add some milk solids. Okay. So that is how the cocoa beans are turned into chocolate. Okay. First is the harvesting. the harvesting of the fruits, the pods. Then they do what? They split them open to remove what? To remove the cocoa beans. And then these cocoa beans, they have to go through the fermentation process. They ferment them for about 5 to 8 days. They cover them with they put them in big trays, cover them with banana leaves or something, and then you leave it to ferment for about 5 to 8 days. After fermentation, the beans must be dried. They have to be dried. So you can dry them in the sun. And then after drying, then the beans are roasted. If you roast them to develop the flavor and also to develop the color, okay? So they are roasted. Now, as you roast them, they turn into what is called the cocoa nibs, okay? Then they also extract, as you are roasting them, you also extract the cocoa butter. So these nibs, then they are melted in big pots to form what is called the chocolate liquor. So the chocolate liquor is the one that's then used to make many other chocolate products. So that is how the cocoa beans are turned into chocolate. Wow. You got it, right? Hopula, you got it? Okay, lovely. I want to see you guys writing. I want to see you guys taking notes. Hanzi, wow, they're even raising up their papers. Wow, Hanzi, they're taking notes. Untifile, are you writing? Yes. Okay, I can see Amy, Precious. Who else is there? Lizibo, Kabetri. Wow. That's how the cocoa beans are turned into chocolate. Okay, I want to show you the cocoa butter. That's the cocoa butter. It's from the cocoa beans. Okay, cocoa butter is also from the cocoa beans. Oh, Kala is also writing, busy writing. That's nice, Kala. So what are the benefits of cocoa butter? Like I said, most of the people, they use it on their hair. It aids in reducing hair loss. It reduces signs of aging, such as wrinkles. Those who do not want to develop wrinkles, like myself, then must start using cocoa butter. You know, it helps to reduce the appearance of scars. If you've got scars on your skin, so you should start using cocoa butter. It also improves skin health, aids in reducing inflammation of the skin, prevents the onset of male pattern baldness, you know. So those are the benefits of cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is the fat that is from the cocoa beans. Okay, lovely. Now, okay, just a minute, my Pathfinders, just a minute. Okay. But how come I can't see myself? Yeah, I also want to see myself. No. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now, Lomenyo's hand is up. Okay. Lomenyo, can you just... Oh, your hand is not up. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide, where we are going to talk about the benefits of chocolate. Okay. What are the benefits of chocolate? Chocolate helps prevent dental caries. This is the chocolate without sugar. Okay. It helps prevent dental caries because chocolate has got that substance, the tannin, you know, which has got some antibacterial agents that fight against tooth decay. Also, chocolate has got some nutrients. We find some nutrients in chocolate. Chocolate contains vitamin A, B1, it contains iron, it contains vitamin B2, it has got calcium, it has got potassium. So those are these are the nutritional value of chocolate. Those are the nutrients that are in chocolate. Also, chocolate is a mood elevator. So if you are down, you can just have chocolate, eat chocolate just to elevate your mood, It helps in weight loss. Oh yes, it also helps in weight loss. It improves brain activity. It fights skin aging. The real stuff that fights skin aging in chocolate is the cocoa butter. The fat that is in the cocoa beans, okay? And then let's go to the next slide. Those are the 6 benefits of chocolate, because in our worksheet, it says we should list 6 benefits of chocolate. How many are they here? 2, 4. Yeah, lovely. There are 6. So you'll be able to write something. I want to go to the next slide. How do I? Okay, the next slide is still talks about the benefits of chocolate. This is the dark chocolate, guys, the bitter one, okay? The chocolate liquor, the real stuff, the real Makoya. This one, it promotes better cardiovascular health. Cardiovascular deals with the heart. It improves brain activity, a source of nutrients. I've already talked about that. Controls blood sugar levels, enhances the mood, fights skin aging, and helps in weight loss. So those are the benefits. Now, the next requirement, we need to discuss the difference between milk chocolate, sweet chocolate, and white chocolate. The difference between milk. Okay, so these are the different types of chocolates. These are the different types of chocolate. We've got milk chocolate, we've got sweet chocolate, bitter chocolate, white chocolate, and then there is what is called the carob. Yeah. So now the differences, we are going to look at what's in them. And I have, you see here, this is a white chocolate. Yeah. There's a white chocolate. This is the dark chocolate. The dark chocolate, it's called the bitter chocolate. I think I also have a dark chocolate here. Yeah, I don't have a sweet chocolate, but these ones are sweet. They're also sweet. It's dark and sweet. It's the bitter. It's a combination of bitter and the sweet chocolate. So these are the different types of chocolate. Now the differences, we are going to look at the ingredients that each chocolate contain, okay? Now we will look at, let's start with, okay. All right. The milk chocolates, okay? The milk chocolates, they contain 10% of chocolate liquor. Remember when we were talking about the process, how the cocoa beans are processed into chocolate. Then we said after roasting them, then those cocoa nibs are melted to extract what is called chocolate liquor. Okay, so milk chocolates, they have 10% of chocolate liquor. They have 12% of milk solids. They've got sugar. They have cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is the fat, remember? And then they have vanilla. The vanilla is just there to add flavor, okay? Then the sweet chocolates. The sweet chocolates, they have 15 to 35% of chocolate liquor. They also have sugar. They have the cocoa butter and the vanilla. Okay, so sweet chocolates, they don't add the milk solids. Then the bitter chocolate. Bitter chocolate sometimes is also called dark chocolate. So the bitter chocolate, it is just hardened chocolate liquor. So they don't add sugar, they don't add the cocoa butter, the vanilla. Actually, this one is the healthiest, is the healthy one, the bitter chocolate. But most of us, we love chocolate because we like sugar. Okay? So we don't like the bitter chocolate. We don't like the dark one. Then there is the white chocolate. The white chocolate, the reason why it is white or it's called white is because it does not have the chocolate liquor. Because the chocolate liquor is brown in color or it's even dark. Okay, so that is why the white chocolate is white. It's just the milk solids, the cocoa butter, and the vanilla. Then there is what is called carob. Okay, carob, what is the difference between carob and the cocoa? Okay, because I know most of the people when they are baking, they can substitute, they can use carob instead of cocoa. So carob, the difference between carob and cocoa is that carob is made from the fruit of the carob plant, okay, instead of the cacao plant. The cacao is the one that brings, that gives us the chocolate, the beans, the cocoa beans, or the cocoa powder. Okay. Now with carob, it's from the carob plant. So that is the difference, but they are similar. Both carob and the cacao or the cocoa are brown in color or they are dark. And if you do not have cocoa powder, you can substitute with carob. So those are the different types of chocolate. Are we good so far? Ufile Hasenna, I can see you are busy writing, which is good. Okay, Tadiwanashi. Yeah, Tadiwanashi is giving me a thumbs up. That's nice. All right, Bright Solomon. Are you good? Okay, lovely. Now we can continue. You go to the interesting part now, the interesting part. It says demonstrate the correct way of melting chocolate, okay? The correct way of melting chocolate. Now I am going to show you the correct way of melting chocolate. I know a lot of people, when they are melting chocolate, they don't follow the right method. Okay, so I am going to demonstrate the correct way of melting chocolate. I think I am going to need help here so that they can be able to see my stove. I'll be back, just a minute. I want them to see the stove. The stove is here. Okay. Oh, all right. So I move the laptop. Can you see my stove, guys? Can you see the hot plate?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Now we can see it.
Now they can see it. Okay. Lovely. I think I am going to, I'll have to stand.
The light is right, right.
The light is good. All right. Now, melting chocolate, what you will need. What you will need, you are going to need a stove, a pot, a glass bowl, a wooden spoon, and chocolate. Now this one, you will do it later, okay? So what you should do later is just when you are now practicing how to melt chocolate, you can just take pictures, you can just take pictures, and then you can send the pictures to your leaders just to show them that you also did this requirement, okay? You can send the pictures to your leaders, or you can even send to me. I can share my email address later at the end of the presentation so that I know you did it, okay? So now we are going to demonstrate how to melt chocolate. The water is already, this is hot water. Okay, can they see? Okay. Okay, let me. Okay, I want to stop sharing the screen so that you can see me nicely. Now, I think I need help. This technology. Okay. But they can see me, right? Okay. Okay, so what we are doing here, okay. So my stove is on. This is a pot full of water, okay? And I used hot water. And then this is a glass bowl, okay? Don't use a plastic one because the plastic will melt, okay? So use glass. Then, so basically what I'm doing what is called steaming. Yeah, steaming, indirect steaming. Then, where is my chocolate? Then you put your chocolate inside the bowl, okay? That's going to use all of it, okay? So you put the chocolate inside the bowl. Now, what is going to melt is steam that is coming from the boiling. Okay. Now, why don't we put like the chocolate inside the pan or the pot? Why do we have to do this steaming? Because like I said, chocolate has got some nutrients, and some of the nutrients are heat sensitive. So we do not want to do what? We do not want to destroy those nutrients. That is why we have to do the steaming, okay? So my glass bowl is on top of the pot, and inside the pot, there is hot water. So the hot water is boiling, okay? Right now, it's not yet boiling, but once it starts boiling, the steam, it is the one that is going to melt the chocolate that is inside the bowl, okay? I think we can just give it some few minutes. It's already starting to melt. Can you see it, guys? Huh? It's already starting to melt. Wow, wow. Can you, oh yes, lovely. Can you see it? Yes, it's already starting to melt. Okay, so once the water starts boiling, then the melting process will be fast. It will start melting. Now, let me show you what you can do with this melted chocolate, okay? I have to go to my next slide. I want to show you something. What you can do with the melted chocolate. Can you see my screen? Okay, they can't see my screen. Let me share. This technology. Now, what happened, Batu? I can't even see that thing now, that icon for sharing. I think I need help. My technical team, can you please help me here? Because I want to show you the stuff that you can do with melted chocolate. Oh, yes. Let me share the screen now. Thank you so much. Okay, yes. So that's what you can do with melted chocolate. This morning, I covered or I dipped some strawberry in this melted chocolate. I want to show you what I did this morning. Can they see it? Okay. Yes, so I dipped some strawberries. Can you see?
Jaaka banyana mmagwana itse gore ke be ba simolola ba bua gape. Mme nna re tsene hela mo massageng a
I can't do both. I can't share my
re
screen
ikopela mo
and
massageng.
also show you what I've done. So now let's stop sharing now because I want to show you what I did. Yes, this is what I did this morning, you know. These are strawberries, guys. Huh? So after melting my chocolate, then I dipped the strawberries in the melted chocolate. You can also dip your bananas, you know, you can also do the bananas. Take your banana and then dip it in the melted chocolate. You can also do the vegetables, you know, like asparagus. If maybe you don't like asparagus, so, and you want to eat the asparagus, you can take your asparagus and then dip them in the melted chocolate and then have them, eat them. All the vegetables, the carrots, you know, we are with our melted chocolate. Already the water is boiling now. Yeah, the water is boiling. So our chocolate, it's no longer that bar, you know. It has melted. So, can you see it? Yes, it has melted. Okay, now I'm just going to demonstrate how you cover your strawberries with the melted chocolate. I have some strawberries with me here. So after melting the chocolate, then you take your strawberry and then dip them in the melted chocolate. Wow. Wow, my technical team here is going to taste these things. They're gonna enjoy, you know? Wow, you guys. So these are the strawberries covered with a melted chocolate. I wish I had banana, because I would also cover my banana with this melted chocolate because it's a lot, actually it's a lot here. Yeah, we still have more, you know. Let me cover more. I don't know if the Pathfinders that are here, maybe the Pathfinders that are here can come here and help me, you know, cover all these strawberries with this melted chocolate. The Pathfinders that are here, I've got some Pathfinders. Oh, there's only one Pathfinder here. Okay, where's the other Pathfinder? Okay. Okay, now we can remove our pot from the heat because everything has been melted now, okay? Now they can make sure that you don't bend. I want to lick my finger, you know. Are you guys going to allow me to lick this finger of mine? Maybe. Oh, wow, I got a banana, guys. I got a banana. Yes, let's also cover this banana with some chocolate. Are your hands okay? The hands are clean. They wash their hands. Don't worry, Pathfinders. Okay, so that's what you can do with melted chocolate. Okay, so these are the strawberries, you see? Now, this morning I did an experiment. I experimented with the white chocolate because all this time I've been melting the dark chocolate or the bitter chocolate. This morning I experimented with the white chocolate. I tried to melt the white chocolate. Now, the white chocolate, it was not, you know, like this bitter one, the bitter chocolate or the dark chocolate. It was not pouring, you know. It was just too thick. And I think the reason why it was too thick is because the white chocolate, like when we're talking about the ingredients that are in this chocolate. The white chocolate doesn't have the chocolate liquor. Okay, so that's why maybe it was just too thick. So these are the strawberries. I don't know if you can see. Okay, Atlan is shaking. Atlan, you can't see, right? Okay, lovely. So these are the strawberries. They are covered with the melted chocolate. Let me help them with the banana. Okay, can you hold this? Let me help them with the banana. Now our chocolate, the melted chocolate is not, but it's. Okay, and you just cover. Okay, lovely. Our banana is also covered. So then you can just leave your fruits or you leave your vegetables to dry. So we are done with that part. We are done with that part. That's the correct way of melting chocolate, guys. Okay? It's the correct way of making chocolate. You don't put the chocolate inside the pot and then you start melting. No. When you are doing that, it's the incorrect way. Okay? You first boil your water, and then as the water is boiling, steam will be coming out from the boiling water, and then you use that steam to melt your chocolate. Okay. Are you good? I think now we can continue. Let me share my screen. Okay. Thank you so much, Pathfinders. I'll call you again later. Okay. So now we are done with that part where it was saying we have to demonstrate the correct way of melting chocolate. And can you guys see my screen? Miracle Moyo, can you see my screen? Okay, lovely. Thank you. Wow, Tabong! Tabong! Hey, the Pathfinder Club is also here. Hello, guys. You know, I stayed in Tabong for more than 5 years, I think. Yes. Wow. It's nice to see you guys. Yes. So those are the things that you can cover. That you can use the melted chocolate for. You can cover the strawberries with melted chocolate, the bananas, and then now on this picture, these bananas, I think they added also some chopped nuts on top, to make them more nutritious. Now, we're going to talk about the proper storage of chocolates. Where do we store them? Where do we store our chocolates? Chocolate must be stored in a cool, dry place. Are you guys writing? Yes, now I can see you are taking your books and your pens. They can be stored in a cool, dry place. And then chocolates can also be successfully frozen. So you can freeze them in the refrigerator or in the freezer, okay? So they can be successfully frozen. That's how you store the chocolates. Or you can even put them in containers, like on this picture. Put them in containers. And the containers, then you just cover them and then store them in a cool, dry place. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do, discuss properties of chocolate. Discuss properties of chocolate, like how chocolate behaves at different temperatures, because there is a cold temperature, warm temperature, and a hot temperature. So at cold temperature, the chocolates, they have a higher snap value. Okay, what do I mean by a higher snap value? I simply mean that the chocolate, that snap, the sound that is produced when you break a piece of chocolate. So that is, we say the chocolate, it snaps, okay? When it produces that sound when you are breaking it. So when they are very cold, they have a higher snap value. And then when you leave them at room temperature, they will quickly sweat. They sweat, okay? Not melty, we say they sweat when they are left at room temperature. So they will start sweating. So, but at cold temperature, they have a higher snap, they snap, okay? at warm temperatures, the chocolates may bloom, or when we say the chocolates bloom, we say they are covered with that white film that is caused by the cocoa butter that is inside the chocolate. When the cocoa butter now separates itself from the rest of the ingredients, so then it blooms, it leaves that white, the white coating, you know, that whitish coating on the surface. So when they do that, we say they bloom, okay? At hot temperature, what do you think happens at hot temperature? Am I able to read your, okay, or rich bread? I want you to write the answer at hot temperature, because that one we just did. I want to see your answers. Can you please write on the chat what happens to chocolate at hot temperature? But already the answer is here. They are going to copy the answer. Okay.
They have a higher flat value.
What are they saying? Please write.
Look.
Melts. Okay, lovely. At hot temperatures, the chocolate melts. You just saw that when we were melting the chocolate. So you are saying sweat. No, those who are saying sweat, it's wrong. At hot temperature, they sweat at room temperature, not hot. Hot temperature, they melt. Okay, melt, freeze. They freeze. Somebody is saying freeze. Wow, they freeze. At warm temperature, they burn, melt. Okay, hot. I think others are just there. No snap. No. There's somebody who's saying it snaps at warm temperature. No, it doesn't snap at warm temperature. Now, at very hot temperature, what do you think happens at very hot temperature? Write the answer. Bends. Yes, I see bend. They bend. I think you copied you copied, guys. Okay, bend. Lovely. Yes. So at very hot temperature, it melts, and then it finally bends. And you don't want to try that at home. You don't want to see the chocolate bending. So those are the properties of chocolate at different temperatures. Okay. Now we have to list 10 uses of chocolates in recipes. 10 uses of chocolates. Now let's go. I want to see. Write your answers on the chat. What are the uses of chocolate in recipes? What do you use chocolate for? Food. They're saying food. What? Strawberry. Cookies. Okay. Brownies. Lovely. Cake. I see cakes. Lovely. They can be used for glazing, okay, for decoration. That's good. They can also be used for cupcakes. Yes, making chocolate cupcakes to produce what? Icing. Baking. What are you baking? Baking maybe a chocolate cake, chocolate muffins. Ice creams, yes, we've got a chocolate ice cream. What kind of dessert? Somebody wrote dessert. What kind of dessert? Okay, so those are the uses of chocolates. You see, you can use them in cookies. Like on this picture, they are used in that decoration. You can see the chocolate chips there. They can be used in the cakes. Okay, that's a chocolate cake. And then they can also, the chocolates can be used in rice krispies. You know, the breakfast cereals. Yes, the rice crisps, they are just coated with the chocolate liquor there. And then you can also use them in chocolate muffins. I hope you are writing, because yes, you are going to transfer this information into the worksheet. Okay? You can also use them in puddings. That's a chocolate pudding there. And also as a beverage, that's a chocolate drink. Hot chocolate. Yeah. So those are the uses of chocolate. Okay. Cakes, icing, cookies, brownies, chocolate sauce, chocolate ice cream, chocolate mousse, chocolate muffins, chocolate rice, or corn crisp. Okay. Now we are almost at the end of our presentation. Now we are going to look at the ethics of chocolate production. One of the requirements is that you guys should research the ethics of chocolate production and distribution. Then you have to present your findings and the way a Christian should behave in relation to them. You can use method of your choice, oral presentation to a group, PowerPoint, essay, you can write an article, a poem, poster, or other suitable method which you will send it to the, okay, that address is for the lady who did this honor, okay? So you don't have to send it to HS Shana, but you can send to your leaders, okay? But I've already done this part for you. So what you are going to do, you Pathfinders, because I already found, I've already found information on the ethics of chocolate production. So what you are going to do, you Pathfinders, is do the second part, which says you have to present your findings and the way Christians should behave in relation to them. Okay, so that's the part that you are going to do. Now, the cost of chocolate. Yeah. When you remember, when we started our presentation, when we were talking about how the cocoa beans are processed into this thing, into chocolate, we talked about harvesting of the fruits or the pods and then splitting them open, you know, roasting them. The organization and some journalists, they have now started reporting about child labor and also in some cases slavery that happens in the farms in some parts of the world, okay? The children, they work in these farms and then they are paid about $2. $2 is equivalent to 20 pula. Just an income that is just below poverty line. I mean, what can you do with 20 pula? Huh? It's just to buy chocolate. Even some chocolate are even more than the 20 pula. They cost more than 20 pula. So children, they work in these farms. And when they are working, it's the whole day. They go to the farms. It's from morning up to evening, you know, harvesting the fruits or the pods. And some of the cocoa plants, they are just too high, you know. So the children, they have to climb up so that they can get the fruits that are at the top of the plant. So they climb these plants, these trees, they cut them, and sometimes they even use sharp equipment, you know, they use knives to harvest these things. And then after harvesting them, they have to split them open, and just to break that pot, it's hard work. And most of this work sometimes is done by the children, okay? Other children are even sold to traffickers. This happens in the western part of Africa. I have read about it. In the western part of Africa, where now children are sold to traffickers, they are even sold to farm owners by their own relatives to go and work in those farms, the cocoa farms, so that they can do this work. And then after removing the cocoa beans from the pot, they have to put them in the sacks. And sometimes they even drag those big sacks, you know, they've dragged them to, now they are going to put them to where the trucks or the manufacturers are going to collect them. They carry them on their heads. It's a lot of work. And most of the children that do this work are between 12 to 16 years. Some reporters have even found children as young as 5 working in those farms. Instead of children being at school learning, the children are there in these farms working, just for you to enjoy chocolate. It's painful, né? And then when we also, we are going to look at the cost of chocolate, meaning the effects of chocolate production on the environment. Cocoa farming, it contributes to deforestation and also rainforest. Just when you are clearing that land, the farms, they decrease biodiversity and also the interaction between different organisms that naturally live in those areas. Those are when you are clearing the land. The birds, they live on those trees. Wild habitats are destroyed. The nutrients, they begin to leach out of the soil due to the inadequate soil protection because you have cleared your land. So those are the effects of chocolate production on the environment. I think now we are just left with a few minutes. I think I have to rush now. Now, guys, we are coming to the part 2 of the presentation. Remember in the beginning, I said my presentation is divided into 2 parts. There's the theory part, and now we are getting into the practical part where we are going to do chocolate brownies. Are you guys ready with your ingredients? I want to see those ingredients. Can I see them? Are you guys ready with the ingredients? How many people have ingredients? Lami, do you have the ingredients? Lami is saying something. I can't hear Lami. Okay, all right. Now we are going to, but the ingredients were sent to your leaders. The ingredients were sent to your leader, a list of ingredients. Lami is saying she didn't see any ingredients. You didn't see any. Okay. Now we are going to do the last part where we are going to do the practical and we are going to do chocolate brownies. Wow, tabong, hey. Tabong is powerful. I can see their cocoa powder is there. All their ingredients are ready. Wow, this is good. This is good. Samuel Chikawa, where are your ingredients? Okay, now for the chocolate brownies, because the ingredients were sent to your leaders, let me just go through them for you. Those who didn't manage to get the ingredients so that they can write them down and then they can do the practical later, okay? So for the chocolate brownies, you are going to need, these are the ingredients. I'm going to say the ingredients so that you write them down and then you can do them later, okay? You will need 12 tablespoons or 3/4 cup of butter or margarine, 1 cup brown sugar, 3/4 cup white sugar, 3 eggs, and 1 egg yolk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 cup of cocoa powder, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, and a pinch of salt. Then, because we are doing the chocolate brownies, you also need half a cup of chocolate chips, but the chocolate chips are optional. Okay. Now, those are the ingredients that are needed. Okay. Okay. You know what I'll do? Okay, let me go over the ingredients. It's a 3/4 cup margarine or butter. 3/4 cup margarine or butter. 1 cup brown sugar. 3/4 cup white sugar. 3 eggs. 1 egg yolk. Why are we using just an egg yolk? We want the brownies to be moist, okay? So when you want them to be moist, you can add an extra egg yolk. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now, vanilla extract is expensive. You can use also vanilla essence, okay? Just for the flavor. If you want to have that vanilla, the flavor, you can just use vanilla essence. The real vanilla extract is expensive. Just a small bottle is about 100 and or it costs 1 something. So it's expensive. And then the next ingredient is 1 cup of cocoa powder.
You just want to take hold of the phone. To write. Doesn't matter.
Okay, one cup of cocoa powder, 1/3, 1/3 cup of flour.
Wait, there's no
Then a pinch of
But there's no
salt.
need. I can
So
have to
those
write
are
here,
the
then we can
ingredients, and the last one is half a cup of chocolate chips. If you can't find chocolate chips in the shops, it's still okay. You can just
the
get
only
your
time, you know
chocolate
what?
bar,
My mom does.
preferably the dark chocolate, and then you'll cut it into smaller pieces to make your chocolate chips. Okay.
After camp,
So
no phone.
you got the ingredients, right? Yeah. They're saying I should repeat the ingredients. Okay, I'll send the ingredients later to your leaders. We will share them. Or somebody can help me and type them so that you get them. Because a lot of people are saying no. Okay, no, don't worry. Somebody's mic is not muted, okay? No. You'll get the ingredients, we'll type them. Auntie Lele, what comes after vanilla extract? My dear child, after vanilla extract, I think it's cocoa powder. Yeah. 3 quarters. Okay, we'll just write the ingredients for you because I can see that a lot of you did not get them. Okay, we are typing the ingredients for you now. Okay, thank you so much. Now I think I can go to the method. I've got some Pathfinders here to help me do the chocolate brownies. The Pathfinders can come this side to help. Now, I made some chocolate brownies this morning using that recipe, okay? I made some chocolate brownies this morning using the same recipe, those ingredients.
Yeah, mixing
Now,
things.
they are too sweet, okay? The 1 cup sugar and then the 2 eggs. Okay. So, I'm going to demonstrate how you can also, these are the chocolate brownies, you can also make the vegan ones, vegan. You know, our church,
too fast.
we want people to eat healthy, okay? So
Teacher,
the vegan ones, I
too
mean
fast.
the ones without eggs, because in that recipe, you need 3 eggs. You also need an extra egg. So the vegan ones do not have eggs, okay? And also, now for the eggs, what are we going to use to substitute the eggs? We are going to use,
child labor. Where's child labor? This is child labor, but this thing, yes. No, not that one.
We use the flax powder. If you do not have flax powder, you can also use applesauce. Applesauce is also a good substitute of eggs, okay? So we are also going to make 2 sets of brownies. The first ones are going to be vegan, without eggs, and we are also going to add the natural sugar. We are going to use honey, okay? For those who are health conscious, we'll use honey. And then the other brownies, we are going to reduce the sugar. Notando is ready with the ingredients. Wow, she's already breaking the eggs. We are not yet at the method. Notando. Wait for me first, Notando. I didn't even say break the eggs. No. We don't start with breaking the eggs. We start with melting the butter. Start melting your butter. Okay. Now we are at the method. We are now about to start. So you start by melting the butter.
Not so much jokes.
Okay, just give me a few minutes, Pathfinder, so that I get ready with my ingredients this side. Okay.
You are showing how to make the chocolate.
Can't you edit it?
Hello. Can you guys see me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, my stove is on. This is the pot that you are going to use to melt the butter. And for butter, I said we need. Can you please come this side down to help me? For butter, I said we need 3/4 cups. 3/4 cup. So 3/4 cup is also equivalent to 195 grams of butter. Okay. So if you do not have the cup to measure your butter, a 3/4 cup is also equivalent to
The volume.
195. 195 grams. 195 grams. Almost 200 grams of butter. Okay, here is our butter. So when you are melting the butter, do it over low heat, okay? Because we don't want the butter to start boiling. No, we are not boiling the butter. We are just melting. Okay. Like I said, we are going to make the vegan ones, and the other ones we are just going to reduce the sugar. So here is making the vegan brownies, the vegan chocolate brownies. Tyler will do the ones with less sugar. Okay. So we are melting the butter. I want to see those with the ingredients. I want to see you guys melting the butter. Okay, my butter is already starting to melt. Oh yeah, the ingredients are there. Yes, those are the ingredients. Okay, I think you should get ready with your eggs. Now, because we are doing the vegan ones, we are starting with the vegan ones. Like I said, for the eggs, we are going to use the flax powder. Yeah, we are substituting eggs with flax powder. Now, 1 tablespoon of flax powder mixed with 1 tablespoon of water is equals to 1 egg. Okay, so now in this recipe, we need how many eggs? We need 3 eggs. So which means we are going to add 3 tablespoons of the powder. Yes, do 3 tablespoons there. Oh, my butter is boiling. I don't want the butter to boil. I'm just melting it. Just do 3 tablespoons of flax powder. Then the flax powder, we are going to mix it with water to do our egg. Can I please have water? I want cold water because these ones are, the water that is here is hot.
Eat food.
Okay, the butter is melted. Two participants raised their hands. What is the question? Okay, our butter is melted. Can you see it? Yes, it's melted. Now, we need to do the egg mixture first. Can I please have water? So I said 1 tablespoon of flax powder mixed with 1 tablespoon of water. The water you can just do warm water. You can, okay, let's mix it with the hot water so that it's warm. Okay, now Tane added 3 tablespoons of flax powder here. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water. Then we mix. I've added 3.5. Then you mix You mix the flax powder. Okay, now I'm the one doing it. So I'm the ones to do. Okay. Let me just add a little bit of water. Okay. So now those who are using eggs, who are using eggs, now when your butter has melted, okay, I want you to take the 3 eggs and then add them to the butter, okay? Add your eggs to the butter, those who are using the eggs, okay? So now we are going to add our, let me add this is the butter, I'm adding it to the egg mixture, the flax powder. Okay, then you have to beat after each addition. You can whisk. If you have a hand whisk, you can use your hand whisk, or you can use the electric mixer, like I have an electric mixer with me here, or you can use just a fork, okay, for mixing, okay? Yeah. Let's mix. Yeah, we are mixing the flax powder with the butter, okay? What happened to measuring? Okay. Okay. Because I want to melt the margarine for the chocolate brownies, not the vegan ones, okay? So that Tyler can come and start making her. Yes. All righty. Where are the people now? Those who are making the brownies, I want to see you. Have you done the first step? Hey, Dorothy is there. I see Dorothy Ndaba. Dorothy, have you melted? She's also using an electric mixer. Have you melted the butter? Have you added the eggs to the butter? Dorothy, say something. Oh, okay. This muting and muting. Okay. Now, after adding your eggs, let's add the vanilla extract, okay? Let's add the vanilla extract. I said it's 2 teaspoons. Yeah, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Yeah, 2 teaspoons. You can now add them there. Okay. There's a teaspoon. We are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence or vanilla extract. If you are using vanilla extract, add your 2 teaspoons.
Ingredients.
Stand there to melt, to make sure that the butter melts. Okay. Okay, maybe you should come this side. Okay. Have you added your vanilla essence or vanilla extract? Now is the time to add the sugar. Like I said, these ones are too sweet. The 1 cup sugar and then it's 3/4 cup of white sugar. It's just too much. So we want to make the ones with less sugar. But you guys, if you like your sugar, you can just continue with the 1 cup and then the 3/4 cup. Okay. So here we are going to use, for the vegan ones, For the big, I hope I'm not confusing you guys. For the vegan brownies, instead of sugar, because we are making the healthy ones, you know, instead of sugar, I'm going to use the, what you call this thing? Honey. Okay. So instead okay, so I'm going to add honey vegan ones. Now, the non-vegan ones, we are adding the sugar. Those who want to reduce the sugar, instead of adding 1 cup of brown sugar, just add, yeah, let's reduce the sugar, guys. We don't want them to be too sweet. Let's add 3/4 cup of brown sugar, okay? And then for the white sugar, let's add 1/2 cup, okay? Yeah, those are the ones that Tyler is going to make. Tyler is going to make the ones with less sugar. Wow. So instead of adding 1 cup of brown sugar, Tyler is going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And then for the white sugar, we are going to use 1/2 cup, okay? So our butter has already melted. Our butter has already melted for the non-vegan ones, So Tyler, add your eggs here. We are adding the eggs. Yes, just add everything there. It's dirty there. Our bowl is dirty. Yeah, we'll just mix in a pot because washing, it will delay us. Okay. Then 1 egg, For the non-vegan ones, those of us who are using the eggs, Dorothy and where is Sabon now? I can't see Sabon because Sabon had ingredients. Where are they? Are you guys still here? Then this is the 2nd egg. I just want to help Tyler with breaking the eggs. Then this is the 3rd egg. And remember, for the non-vegan ones, we said we are going to add an extra egg yolk. An extra egg yolk. So we have the egg separator here. We are going to separate the egg yolk from the egg white. So we are just adding the egg yolk to the butter. And then you have to mix everything. Remember, I said, if you do not have the electric mixer, you can just use a fork, okay, to mix. Okay, mix. Are you mixing time? Yes. Then now it's time to add the vanilla essence. It's now time to add the vanilla essence. We said 2 teaspoons. It's even more than 2 now. Okay, that's 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Dorothy, Sabon, who else had ingredients? Now I can't see them, you know. Peu, okay, Peu, and Anile. Anile is there. I can see Anile in the kitchen with the ingredients. Bali has ingredients. Now, guys, is the time to add sugar. So we are going to add, how many cups did I say?
1 cup of brown sugar,
1 cup of brown sugar and the 3/4 cup of white sugar. But like I said, I want us to reduce the sugar because the 1 cup and the 3/4 is just too much. So Tyler is going to make the ones with less sugar, okay? So instead of 1 cup of sugar, I want Tylo to use 3/4 cup of sugar, brown sugar. Yeah, get the brown sugar there. So thank you. Bring the glass bowl. Okay, let's transfer everything. On that side, please add your honey. Honey, we are going to use 1 cup. Yeah. Okay, Tylo is adding. Let's add the sugar now. Let's add the sugar, guys. We are adding 3/4 cup of sugar. Brown sugar. Then 1/2 cup of white sugar. Okay, hold. We didn't add vanilla essence here. Okay, we added vanilla essence. Good. Then 1/2 cup of white sugar. Why are we using brown sugar and white sugar? The brown sugar will give it that rich flavor. Okay. Then you mix. Let's use a fork to mix. Let's use a fork to mix. So on that side is, remember Taone is doing the vegan ones. So Taone is adding the honey to the vegan ones instead of sugar. Yeah, using honey. And then Tylo is making the non-vegan ones. So she has added her sugar, but Tylo's are reduced in sugar. They don't have too much sugar. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me just go pan. It's not. Perfect. So we have now added our sugar. Tana, are you done with your honey that side? Yes. Okay. I think now Tana can. We don't have water here to wash our equipment. Okay. Now it's time to add the dry ingredients. Yeah, we call them the dry ingredients. These are the wet ingredients. The butter, the eggs, the vanilla essence, they are the wet ingredients. Now it's time to add the dry ingredients. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. Yes, lovely. So now it's time to add the dry ingredients. For the flour, how much flour do we need? How much flour do we need? Where is the list of those ingredients? Okay, for flour, we need, okay, let's start with the cocoa powder. We need 1 cup of cocoa powder, okay? 1 cup of cocoa powder. Where is the cocoa powder? We are going to use the unsweetened one here of cocoa powder, and then 1 cup. Okay, guys, we are left with 10 minutes. We are left with 10 minutes. We'll be done in less than 10 minutes. So let's add 1 cup of cocoa powder. Then we have to beat after each addition. Try to hold this. I think we should use the electric mixer so that it's faster. Where is that pot? Okay, there you go. All right, just add. Okay, let's add, and then you mix Can you see, guys? We are adding the cocoa powder. Okay. Add dialogue. Okay, make sure that when you mix, you try to mix as fast as you can so that your mixture does not have got lumps. So that the mixture does not have lumps. So okay. Are you guys busy? I want to see some. Okay, Bali is busy. Okay. And Ulifile. Hey, you guys. Wow, this is good. So, okay, so I'm gonna add your cocoa powder that side. 1 cup. Where are the beaters? Can I have the beaters for the electric mixer? What happened to them? Okay, those who have now added the cocoa powder, now it's time to add the flour. 1/3 of flour, 1/3 cup of flour. Here is our butter. We have added the cocoa powder. Now it's time to add the flour. And for flour, we said we need 1/3 cup. Yes. Yeah, add. Is it plugged on? Okay. Then we are adding the flour. Now it's time to add the flour. After adding the cocoa powder, let's add our flour. Let's add our flour. Make sure that you don't add everything at once. Okay, we are now tired. Can you hold this so that I help you with mixing? We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Okay. Okay. Dorothy, have you added the flour?
Yes.
Dorothy,
Yes, we have.
Brian, no, that's Ufile. Ufile, Dorothy, Bosa, Brendan, Camorello, Tabon, Pathfinder, Jessica, you can say something.
We put flour now.
Which step are you at? Have you added the cocoa powder? Have you added the flour?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely.
I've added flour. Now I'm
On
mixing.
this side, she's making the non-vegan ones. She has added her flour. She's done with the flour. Now we want to add the flour that side. Yes. Now the vegan ones are going to be fake. So if they are too fake, let me add flour to the vegan ones. time is almost up. Lovely, we are done. We have added our flour. Now, which other ingredient is left? I think all the ingredients are inside now. The salt. Yeah, salt. And we said pinch of salt, okay? Pinch of salt. Yeah. And then add your pinch of salt that side. Ufile, Dorothy, Bosa, Brandon, Kamahelo, Tabon Pathfinder Club, Jessica, Ulifile. Have you added the salt, guys? Okay. Now, okay.
They are able to unmute themselves.
Oh, the ones that I've been calling, you are able to unmute yourself. So you can unmute yourself so that we talk, okay? So that I hear what you have done so far. Tabong, Jessica, Camrelo, Brendan, Bosa, Brian, Dorothy, and Ulifile. How far are you guys? Let's hear Vendabas. Dorothy.
We have added a pinch of salt.
Added a pinch of salt. Lovely. Now you can mix.
Yes.
Tao. Hey, there is a Tao. Tao Matambani. How far are you? What have you added? Have you added salt? Oh, Tao is muted.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you can unmute yourself, Tao.
I added salt.
You added salt. Lovely. Kamogelo. Kamogelo is adding a pinch of salt. I can see her adding a pinch of salt. Okay. Now, Butile. I thought I should ask Butile. Who is Butile? Where is Butile? Butile, where are you? Okay, Butile. All right.
Can't unmute.
Okay, Butile, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. I added a pinch of salt also.
Okay, lovely. You have added a pinch of salt. Okay, so now we are done with our mixture. Now it's time to go. Oh, guys, you know what I forgot? We were supposed to preheat our ovens at the beginning. So that's what I forgot. You know, in baking, you have to preheat your oven. So that immediately when you put your product, it already starts cooking. So that's the part that I forgot.
We've already done that.
Who's that clever one? Hey, you already that clever one. You have already done that. Wow.
We preheat that.
So in baking, you preheat your oven and then you prepare your tin. Those are the things that I forgot to tell you at the beginning. So you preheat your oven and then you prepare your tin. Okay. Ma?
When do we add chocolate chips?
Okay, so now, because you guys have already preheated your oven, you can now pour your mixer into the baking tray. The baking tray. So just use any tray, any baking tray. If you do not have a baking tray, you can use a casserole dish. It's still okay. Yeah. So then you have to bake your mixture in the oven for about 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes or even less. So after about 20 minutes, you can start checking if it's cooked. So what do you use to check if your mixture is ready? You can use a skewer or a toothpick, yeah, to check.
A knife.
And a knife. I think a knife will spoil the appearance of your brownie. Okay, so
when should you add the chocolate chips?
Your brownie is cooked. Now, with the brownie, you don't want it to be overcooked. You want it to have that. You want it to be fudgy.
When do we add the chocolate chips?
Fudgy is you want it to be moist.
No, we heat our ovens too.
Yes, like a chocolate fudge. You want them to be moist, you know, not to be too dry. So if you overcook them, they're going to be too dry. Okay, so you bake for about 30 minutes or less. Now, where is the finished product? I want to show you the finished product, the ones that I did this morning.
Wow.
Yes.
When do you eat the chocolate chips?
Yes. Can you guys see?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the finished product.
And Silele, when do we eat the chocolate chips?
Yes. Oh, yes, clever. Now Auntie Lele is tired, but you know I am forgetting a lot of things. Now it's the time to add your chocolate chips. Your chocolate chips, where are our chocolate chips? This is the time before you put them in the oven. So they want to sprinkle now. Okay, so let's add our chocolate chips.
Auntie Lele, what do we heat our ovens to?
Sorry, can you come again?
What do we heat our ovens to?
Oh yes, the temperature. If you are using a gas stove, it's gas number 6 or 7. If it's an electric stove, 350.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So, and Master Guide Matuba will be visiting you guys to come and taste. Yes, he will be coming to your houses to come and taste. Now you can mix in the chocolate chips. I started saying I have to fold in. Okay. Okay, fold in those chocolate chips. Okay, guys. And then it's time to put them in put the mixture in the trays. Where are those people who are doing the practical? I want to see you guys putting the mixture in the trays, in the baking trays. Tawa is still mixing. Tawa, I see you are using some chips there, some chocolate chips. Ufile, Batung, what happened to my church? Tabong. Are you guys still there? Tabong, I want to see you. I want to hear you. Yeah. Where are you guys? Can you see them there, my technical team? Are they there? Okay, wow, Tabong, say something. How far are you now? You can unmute yourselves. Yes, we can see you, but now we want to hear you. Say something, Tabong. Have you guys added cocoa powder? How far are you? You are done. Okay, now now we are putting the batter in the tray. Okay. Wow, awesome, guys. There was Hamudubu. Hamudubu, are you doing something? Yeah, they also want to see Hamudubu Pathfinder Club. Oh, they're not online now. Okay, all right. Who Bill? Bill is in French class. Bill, we want to see you, Bill. Oh, Bill is with Mommy. Mommy helping. That's powerful, Mommy. Or it's sister. Mommy now is hiding. Or is the sister? Okay. Wow. All right. But Bill is still mixing something. What are you adding, Bill? You are muted. You can unmute.
I was applying butter to the tray.
Okay, all right.
One more question.
Guys, you know what? I hope you missed your trays.
Hello.
Teacher Lele, I'm tired. I hope you greased, okay? Okay, Mandy, what are you saying, Mandy?
She just wants to know if she's using cake flour, that she has to add some baking powder.
No. We are not using any leavening agent here. We are not using baking powder. The eggs will act as a racing agent.
That's good.
Yes. So no need to add baking powder. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, now the Pearl's butter is ready. Okay. Winifred, are you greasing your pan? Yeah, she is. That's nice. Or if you have parchment paper, what's the other name for parchment paper? You have brushes. Wow. Yeah, you can even line your pen, you know. If you have that lining paper, the parchment paper, you can line your pen so that when the brownies are cooked, you you remove them nicely from the pan, you know. Wow, this is nice. Ulivile now is putting the butter into the pan. I want to see you guys who did not get the chance to get the ingredients. I want to encourage you that you get the ingredients later, and then you do these chocolate brownies, then you make them, okay? So when you are making them, you can just take pictures of yourselves, and then you can send to your leaders or even send to me, you know. Let me even tell you my address now, my email address, because I want to see those pictures of you with your brownies, okay? So my email address, I'm going to write my email address on the chat. Camorello is still mixing. Okay, my girl. Okay. Okay, I just sent my email address, okay? My email address is there on the chat, hasegwe7@yahoo.com. So, Aruna. Okay, unmute yourself and say something. Oh, you are still mixing. Have you added the chocolate chips? Okay, I can see your butter. It's the right consistency. Okay, where is your pen now? Is your pen ready? Yes. Okay, the pen is ready. Okay, the pen is ready. And even us here, from here, we are going to put them in the ovens. So did I show you the finished ones? Yes, okay. Mbali? Unmute yourself and say something. How far are you?
At the oven.
Okay, wow. Now you are taking the batter into the oven. Okay.
I want it to be too. Now Monday, no.
Okay. I think, guys, it has been good. And I just want to thank the parents for being there, you know, helping you guys, you know, helping you with switching on the oven and also the mixing, the buying of the ingredients. This has been a very good afternoon. I really enjoyed myself. And this is what I want to request my leaders to do, okay? Because now we are going to bake them and they are going to take about 20 to 30 minutes. So can I please, my leaders, humbly request that just before the evening service, our Pathfinders who've been working, who've been doing this brownies, can they just bring their brownies so that we see them. Don't even forget, take those pictures, you know. I sent my email address, so you can even take pictures and send those pictures to me, okay? But just before the evening service, I want to see your brownies. I want to see the finished product, you know. Thank you so much. And don't forget to download the worksheet, and your parents will help you with the printing. Then you'll transfer all the information into the worksheet. So these are our finished brownies. Wow. Matoka wants to be the first one to taste them. You now guys can come and taste. Matoka wants to taste them. And we are also going to taste the vegan ones. You know, from here we are going to put them in the oven. We are going to bake them and then we'll taste them. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, Pathfinders. Mwah. How do you say I love you with sign language?
Guys, who did like the honor? The baking chocolate honor? Who did like it? Can you raise up your hands? Hands, please. Hands. You didn't like it? Huh? Okay, yeah, that's good. Sister Lesan, you can see.
Yes.
This is lovely.
Wow.
And it's so beautiful, isn't it?
It is. Look at that.
This time I would like to thank Sister Lesang and the kids. Thank you so much for the honor. I think we are going to show you what we have done here at home. May God bless you. This time we are going to listen to the puppet show. Then the next program will follow.
The strawberries. Monat,
I want questions.
guys, I'm tired.
Because I'm not going to You're supposed to give me for anyone else, right?
Yes, we have to clear our mess now. Oh. Nice. That's so sweet.
Oh, kita harus miska. Trying
I'm walking that line. I'm walking that line. I'm never alone. He's holding my hand. And everything's fine. Good looking and I'm promised. Why don't you walk with me? Little eternity, staying within His light, keeping the engine inside. We will not just together He'll be the blessing, and we will win the fight. We are walking with Christ. I'm walking that line, walking the line, never look back. Everything's fine, 'cause I'm walking that line to the promised land.
ยังบ่ครับ
So hush, don't you worry, don't cry. God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't cry. God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't cry. God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't cry. Don't cry, when all your dreams and would-be fortunes pass you by. Oh, and when there is heartache, so many trials, life's unclear, just look up toward heaven, there's a God and He's standing near. Oh, God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't you cry, don't you cry, no. God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't you cry. There is pardon, all your friends and loved ones, they leave you, and you so bad, fear you just don't know what to do. Oh, if you wonder if there's anybody who really cares, let me assure you that there's a God and He'll be right there. Yeah, oh God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't you cry. God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't you cry. Oh, God is standing right by your side, day and night. So hush, don't worry, don't cry. To reassure you, don't you worry, don't you cry. Hear me when love. Don't you worry, don't cry.
Hello, Pathfinders. Hi. Oh, am I audible? If I'm audible, please wave.